Hello, dreamers. Perla here. As always, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, go ahead and do so. We would love to have you. So, Gemini Cancer cusp. Let me just double check. It is you guys. Yes, it is you guys. You guys came out first. Um, I don't know what is it that you're doing or what it is that you have done in the past week, but just your presence or whatever it is that you're creating, whatever it is that you're doing is causing some type of havoc, some type of chaos within a certain space. Um, Give me a second, guys. That's a little better. I just had to turn off one of the lights. It's a little too bright in here for me, for my liking, anyways. Anyways, what we were saying is there's something here where this week is gonna feel like, and I need you to brace yourself for this. This is not something bad, okay? I don't want you to look at this through a negative lens or anything like that. This is actually very, very beneficial for whatever it is that is taking off or whatever it is that you're creating. Now, there seems to be this notion this week for you guys where you're having a tower moment after tower moment after tower moment after tower moment. Now, when I explain it like that, some of you will be like, oh, I'm going to be going to hell. No, this is simply the endings of connections or the endings of situations that I get so excited though when things like this happen. Give me a second. This is the ending of situations, connections, etc., that do not belong in your life anymore. Just do not. I keep on hearing like the trash is taking itself out. Situations are just disappearing or are just ending. And for a lot of you, it's almost kind of like this sense where if people are exiting your life, like they're gonna come at you and they're gonna be like, oh no, because Gemini Cancer is such a bitch or Gemini Cancer is such an ass and they only care about themselves, this and this and that. You're just like, bye bye. You want me to hold the door open for you? Because honestly, like I feel that for a very long time, you were in this space where you kept on going back and forth between following your dreams, following your goals, trying to live your truth, right? And silencing yourself or holding yourself back because of how someone else was going to perceive that or how someone else was going to view it. And during this time, I feel like you're finally liberating yourself from that. In order to walk into the next chapter of your life, in order to walk into, I keep on hearing that prosperity chapter in your life. Again, you're doing something major, you're doing something big, but it is coming with this a lot of endings, just a lot of endings this week. And to be honest with you, as I'm saying that, like I feel this entire energy, like it came down very slowly and then kind of stayed a little around my chest, around my heart area, and then it kept on pushing down to my womb. And then once it got to my womb, it was kind of like covered and then released. And it was just like, okay, we're not carrying this anymore. There was a lot of conditioning, a lot of things that you were allowing yourself to stay in just because it was the right thing to do, just because it was what it was expected of you to do. And I'm I like to keep things 100% here when I'm doing this. I was setting up and I kept on having interruptions as I was setting up for your specific reading. My mug, I'm gonna show you my mug because fell over. Um, my camera fell over onto my mug. My coffee spilled everywhere. And now the weird thing is I don't drink coffee every day. It's very rarely when I have like a cup of coffee in the morning. But today it just felt like a coffee day. When I was filling up your water the first time, when I came to bring it, it looked like it had like a bunch of like fingerprints everywhere. And to me, that is surprising because I never grab my cup like this. I always grab it from the stem, especially like after I'm done cleaning it. So I'm like, where are all of these fingerprints coming through? And then I went ahead and I re-cleaned it in the inside and the outside, and then I refilled, and I was like, all right, whatever it is that is here that is trying to interfere with Gemini Cancer's energy specifically, excuse me, needs to clear the way because we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that here, right, babe? And then I went ahead and I redid it and everything kind of just settled. And it was this thing where, again, a lot of you are no longer living up to other people's expectations of you or to the expectation of what is right according to other people. And instead, you're choosing to go ahead and free yourself from this. And you're just allowing endings to happen. Now, interesting enough, there was this energy when I was setting up the cameras where I kept on hearing, and you're having someone, or you may have a group of people that are going to come towards you to try to apologize to you for something. You're not you're not obligated, is what I want to say, to hear someone's apology. I'm going to leave it at that. Um, because again, there is a forceful energy of here, like somebody trying to force you to hear an apology. Now, again, as people are either like unfollowing you on social media or unfriending you or texting you like, I can no longer be friends with you or whatever it is, or like, because again, these endings are going to happen and you're going to kind of feel like they're coming out of nowhere. And it is not out of nowhere, guys. I need you to understand. I need you to really listen with your listening ears, your inner ears, like I like to say, your inner ears, that this is happening so that you can walk into your next chapter with nothing from the past holding you back, with nothing from the past trying to interfere with what it is that you have planned to do and to create. There is a huge leveling up in your life, not just spiritually, but also financially, where individuals that are around you right now are not entitled to celebrate with you, are not entitled for what it is that is coming in for you. Okay, so again, this whole thing about like the tower moments, etc., it is not meant to scare you. It is just meant to prepare you mentally so that when you are facing these things, you know exactly how to respond. And do not get into your head saying, oh, this must be because I need some shadow work, or this must be because no, no. Right now, you have to get into the understanding that when you're moving forward, when you're trying to build a solid foundation or a new foundation of something, the old foundation has to be destroyed. The old belief system, the old everything that is not in alignment, right, with what it is that you're trying to create, that has to come crumbling down. And what we as humans sometimes forget is that we get attached, or a little bit way too attached, to individuals that are not meant to be carried on to the next chapter, right? So look at it this way: when you're watching a TV show and they kill off a character and you feel kind of like, oh, they shouldn't have killed so and so, they did them dirty, this and this and that. That character was no longer going to be a part of the story. These individuals, these situations, whether it's a job, a career, people, whatever, is not meant to be part of the next chapter, the rest of your story. Okay, so let's pull out an oracle card for your closing message. Surrender to the divine is the full moon card. Surrender. So you're needing to surrender during this week. Allow these endings to happen. Do not get attached to the people or the situations that these endings are coming with. Okay, let it go, my love. Let it go. Let it fly away. That is all I have. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Bye bye.